3 days of cricket, 3 days of nothing. Rain, a wet outfield, and yet another test match between Bangladesh and India slowly drowning in disappointment. But is it just the weather to blame, or is there something deeper at play? Today, we're going to uncover a harsh reality about India's cricket infrastructure that no one wants to talk about, poor drainage systems that are turning matches into a farce. How did this happen? And more importantly, what needs to change? Rain is a part of the game. It's something every cricket fan has made peace with, knowing that the weather can disrupt even the most anticipated matches. But 3 days without play? That's beyond just nature's doing. It's a failure of planning, a failure of infrastructure. The ongoing test match between Bangladesh and India is heading towards an inevitable, disappointing draw. Day after day, players, officials, and most tragically, the fans, are left helpless as rain continues to pour. And worse yet, the outfield refuses to dry. We all know India loves its cricket, but why is it that, in a country that regularly hosts the biggest cricket events, the grounds seem ill-prepared for a little rain? This isn't an isolated incident either. Just a few days ago, another test match between Afghanistan and New Zealand was completely abandoned without a single ball bowled over 5 days. 5 days. No play, no action, just an empty, waterlogged ground and frustrated fans. The question everyone's thinking but no one is asking: why does this keep happening? And why isn't the drainage system good enough to handle this? We expect better from a country like India, a cricketing powerhouse. Yet, here we are, watching entire matches slip away not because of monsoon-level downpours, but because of poor drainage systems. It's embarrassing, and it's costing the game more than just time. It's costing fans their faith in the infrastructure. How is it possible that, in the 21st century, with all the technological advancements, we're still dealing with grounds that take hours if not days to recover from a simple spell of rain? It raises the question, are the stadiums in India truly equipped to host international cricket at the level we expect? Or are we so focused on glamour and attendance figures that we've forgotten the basics? We all remember the 2011 World Cup, a grand spectacle hosted by India, where matches were held under the best possible conditions. But fast forward to today, and what do we have? Cancelled games, wet outfields, and a system that seems ill-prepared to handle the weather. This is more than just a minor inconvenience, it's a reflection of a much larger issue. If we look at other cricketing nations, the contrast is striking. England, a country notorious for rain interruptions, has some of the best drainage systems in the world. In places like Australia, where heavy downpours are common, you often see play resuming just minutes after rain stops. Why? Because their grounds are prepared. They've invested in state-of-the-art drainage technology, ensuring that the show goes on no matter what. So why is India lagging behind? India is one of the richest cricket boards in the world, boasting millions of dollars in revenue, and yet, when it comes to infrastructure like drainage systems, they seem to be cutting corners. It's a shame, really, because it's not just the players who suffer, it's the fans who are left with a bitter taste time and again. If this trend continues, the reputation of Indian cricket will start to suffer. Major tournaments like the World Cup and IPL are expected to be held in pristine conditions. Yet, if drainage issues keep ruining matches, how long before international bodies start questioning India's ability to host such events? The Afghanistan versus New Zealand Test match was a stark reminder of this growing problem. It was the first 5-day test match in memory to be completely abandoned due to poor weather. Not a single over bowled. And now, we're seeing something eerily similar with the Bangladesh versus India test. 3 days of lost play, and the match heading toward a meaningless draw. This isn't just about rain. It's about preparedness or the lack thereof. Imagine being a fan, having waited for months to see your favorite players in action, only to arrive at the stadium and see nothing but puddles and mud. Imagine turning on your TV, expecting an exciting day of Test cricket, only to see ground staff struggling with soggy outfields and tarpaulins that seem to be more in action than the players. It's a frustrating experience, and for international fans watching from afar, it sends a poor message about India's ability to maintain its status as a cricketing giant. The passion of Indian fans is unmatched, but passion alone cannot sustain the sport if basic infrastructural needs are not met. It's time the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, takes a long, hard look at its infrastructure. Having world-class stadiums is one thing, but maintaining them to ensure that rain doesn't ruin a match is another. The technology is out there. Drainage systems can and should be upgraded, especially with the resources India has at its disposal.
The BCCI needs to invest in modernizing the drainage systems across all major cricket venues. Look at what other countries are doing. It's not rocket science. Invest in better infrastructure, and the game will go on, rain or shine. Fans, players, and even the broadcasters who pay millions for TV rights deserve better than this. It's about maintaining the integrity of the sport and ensuring that the next generation of cricket lovers isn't turned off by abandoned matches and wet outfields. As we approach the final days of this test match, the outcome seems clear. A draw that no one wanted, a game that never truly got started. But the bigger question looms. Will the BCCI and Indian cricket authorities learn from this? Or will we continue to watch matches fade away in the rain, with nothing but disappointment left behind? Cricket is more than just a game. It's an experience, a passion, a love that unites millions. But when that experience is soured by avoidable issues like poor drainage, it feels like a betrayal to the fans. Let's hope the powers that be wake up before it's too late. Because right now, it feels like the only thing flowing on these grounds is water. If you're tired of watching cricket matches slip away due to poor infrastructure, make your voice heard. Share this video, comment below, and let's start a conversation about how we can improve the game we all love. Don't forget to subscribe to The Current Side for more updates on cricket's biggest issues and controversies.